Elizabethtown. 98.3 WQXE News.
Good afternoon, I'm Candace and this is the 5 o'clock report. We've got sad news in Ohio tonight. A gunman believed to be Chardon High School student TJ Lane has shot 5 of his classmates at his school outside of Cleveland this morning, killing 1. The suspect is now in custody. Student Evan Ersmus is also a student at Chardon High and tells CNN he knows Lane.
He was more of a quiet type of kid. He was really nice, though, if you did talk to him. He came from a broken home.
The shootings broke out in the cafeteria. All 5 victims attended an area vocation school and were waiting for a bus to take them there. A truck drove through a yard, hit a parked car, phone lines, and ruptured a gas line before hitting a house off Wilson Road north of E-Town early Saturday morning. 25-year-old Christopher Hill of E-Town was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the truck and taken to U of L Hospital with serious but not life-threatening injuries. Hill was cited for DUI. 3 deadly car accidents in Hardin County at the end of last week have local law enforcement talking about the importance of seatbelts.
Well, the last 3 fatalities that we've had, the occupant has not been wearing a seatbelt or they've been improperly restrained. And, that's one thing that we try to stress to people. Please wear your seatbelt. A crash, and especially if it's an overturned vehicle, that seatbelt keeps you inside the car. And the danger is when you do overturn the vehicle, it's obviously being ejected from the vehicle itself. But we ask people, please wear your seatbelt. It could save your life. You can get safety back home to your family.
Norman Chapins of Kentucky State Police. Vehicles can roll even when driving just 35 miles per hour. Battles of redistricting and casino gambling have taken attention away from the state budget proposal before the General Assembly. But with both resolved for the moment, a focus is coming back, and one, according to State Representative Tim Moore, needs to be taken on by lawmakers.
They'll probably put this off for a while. We'll move on to other important business, which primarily includes the budget, and they will kind of fall back, regroup, and try again.
Moore expressed concern that House leaders were preparing to accept Governor Beshear's proposal that included across-the-board spending cuts in many agencies, which he says ran counter to previous sessions when the House started from scratch. United Way of Central Kentucky is not resting on its laurels of surpassing its 2011 campaign fundraising goal, as the group now turns its focus to utilizing the $1 million plus funds raised. With record funds raised also comes record demand.
We've also had a record number of agencies this year request grants, which were around 41, I believe.
Leadership Campaign Chair Brian Kerr at last week's campaign announcement, a community investment team will now review applications which are still coming in to see how they best fit the focus areas of education, health, and income. The deadline for grant applications is next week. Well, gas prices have risen for the 20th day in a row to a national average of $3.70 a gallon, according to AAA. CNN's Allison Cossack reports people are finding themselves having to devote a greater chunk of their budget towards filling up.
If you live in Montana, the Dakotas, you're paying about 10% of your income to fill up your gas tank. The situation actually is much worse in Mississippi, where drivers pay almost 12% of their income. That's how much is going into filling up your gas tank, because the median income there is just under $38,000.
Gas prices have been rising on the back of soaring oil prices, which have surged 10% over the past month, amid fears and tensions that Iran will lead to an all-out war that causes a disruption in oil supplies. High school basketball moves into region tournament play starting tonight, and the girls' 5th, North Hardin plays Nelson County at 6 tonight at Central Hardin. In boys basketball, John Hardin defeated North Hardin 73-69 on Saturday night for its first district championship since 2005.
These guys kind of bought into the team concept.
That's 6 years ago. Well, 7.
And they stuck with it. And I'm obviously blessed to be coach. I've got a group of kids.
Winning coach Mark Wells of John Hardin. John will play Bethlehem in a regional quarterfinal on Wednesday at 8 p.m. at Central. North will play Bardstown at 6 Thursday night. Well, a Louisville couple said "I do" at a White Castle in Louisville this morning. Jessica Kroll entered a contest for the honor. Luckily, her fiancé Josh Combs said he was planning to propose anyway. The bride, groom, and their guests celebrated with a wedding cake shaped like an extra-large slider. The couple met on the job. In fact, Joshua still carries a store receipt on which Jessica wrote her phone number. Your WQXE Weather Channel forecast is next.
All right, can you clap for mommy? Clap for mommy. Clap. Yay! Okay.